In the wilderness, success demands vigilance and the right equipment. Some command the night with uncanny eyesight. Some follow their noses. Some depend on speed, stealth, and lightning-fast reflexes. Life in the wild is life during wartime, and these soldiers are always on patrol, geared up for their job as special forces. We start our search for a first-class patrol specialist in the scorching landscape of North America. This punishing Arizona desert is the proving ground for a survivor that's patrolled over the face of this planet for more than 400 million years. Scorpions. These special forces prefer things hot, but some carry on their missions through cold winters with no complaints. Wherever they go, they're shielded by their thick armor, or carapace. Their powerful pincers and venomous stinger assure they're always battle ready. But when it comes to special ops, their built-in navigation system really gives them the edge. Scorpions on patrol navigate by the stars. They gather more detailed information through chemical sampling, smell, and vibration detection. On its patrol, a hairy scorpion, 15 centimeters long, can travel up to an impressive 100 meters in a single night. Though they're outfitted to take the heat, these special forces move mainly at night to avoid the scorching sun. And besides, the cover of darkness and their night sky navigation system helps them get the job done. A scorpion can have between 6 and 12 eyes on its back, depending on the species, and yet they don't see sharply. Their eyes are only sensitive to light's intensity. Some scientists believe that it's not just the eyes that pick up the light, but the whole exoskeleton, which might explain why these special forces glow in ultraviolet light. For zeroing in on their target, they get a boost from sensory hairs that pick up vibrations from several meters away. This one is locked onto the tasty vibe of a salifugid, a relative of the scorpion, without the toxic tail. The salifugid, finishing its own meal, unwisely approaches the patrolling scorpion. Triggering the scorpion's touch-sensitive hairs, he receives a fatal sting. Moving to Africa and the sandy desert of Namibia, we'll observe another series of scorpion patrol maneuvers. This special forces female leaves her scent wherever she goes. And the male tracks her with a pair of brush-like appendages called pectines on the underside of his body. scorpion combs the sand with his pectenines, sniffing for chemical clues. Females have pectenines too, but the males are longer, and each tooth of the comb has more pegs to pick up scents. When the male catches up to the female, he uses his pectenines to find a place to deposit his packet of sperm. This persistent male has successfully tracked down a female. Now he has to woo her. The courtship dance looks more like a battle, and sometimes the male resorts to stinging the female several times during the ritual. But when he's done, he'll deliver his sperm and be on his way. After this tiring mission, he'll return to his base camp, leaving the female to undertake the task of bringing up his offspring. To draft the next member of our Special Forces patrol team, we don't need to travel far. Every day, across the vast plains of the African savannah, countless life and death battles play out. To make it out here takes a special set of skills. In Kruger National Park in South Africa, a clan of ruthless predators have survival down to a science. Spotted hyenas. They're social, they're smart, and they patrol under a strict militaristic code of conduct to take down even formidable prey. Like any good Special Forces unit, every soldier has a rank and knows his or her role. The members distinguish each other by the spots on their coat. Each is unique, like a fingerprint, but the subtlety is just the start of their visual prowess. These patrollers have excellent night vision, assuring a good hunt even when the sun goes down. Because they work as a well-trained Special Forces unit, they don't shy away from hunting big game like zebras and wildebeest. The large herds of herbivores are especially vulnerable when the sharp-eyed hyenas stage their nighttime raids. On the hunt, spotted hyenas track their prey by sight, sound, and smell. Scent draws these Special Forces to the general area, but they depend on eyesight once they lock onto their target and move in for the kill. It's all eyes on the prey from all directions, waiting for the optimum moment to strike. But how do they see so well in the dark? A hyena on patrol uses built-in night vision goggles. A layer of tissue, called tapetum lucidum, reflects light back through the retina, increasing the light available to the photoreceptors. The tapetum lucidum increases night vision by more than 40%. While their prey sees total darkness, the hyenas see their target in range. When the target is locked, the hyenas don't give up. They chase and torment their prey to the very end. The exhausted wildebeest finds herself surrounded and outnumbered by the predators. Mission accomplished. Large prey is usually eaten on the spot, gobbled down before any competitors show up. But the hyena's night vision optics aren't perfect. Sometimes they give the game away. By reflecting and magnifying light, the Tupidum lucidum sometimes shines back flashes in the dark, alerting the prey. Even so, by then, it's too late. Not all hyenas have the benefit of the clan. Some are outcasts, loners, forced to become thieves and scavengers. Unable to hunt big game, he relies on his night vision to patrol for small prey, or his sense of smell to find carrion. Tonight, he's crashing a honey badger dinner party. Living on smaller prey, he must eat more often, and during the day, he employs another visual technique to fill his belly. Rather than patrolling the plains, he scans the sky. Like flares, vultures circling a carcass signal where he'll find his next meal. Even without a clan, the hyena's reputation as a special forces warrior precedes him. All it takes is some aggressive posturing, and the vultures surrender the spoils. If the kill is large enough, he can eat up to 1/3 of his body weight, 15 or more kilos of meat and bones in one sitting. From the parched African grassland, we travel over the oceans to the woodlands of Europe. Here in the forests thrives another member of the Special Forces nighttime patrol, one that may even be surveilling your own backyard. In England, we're about to gather intelligence on one of these soldiers in the midst of his crucial mission. In his search for a mate, we find the hedgehog. These spiky, miniature armored tanks are favored in people's yards because of their search and destroy tactics on garden pests. They gather most of their patrol information through sharp hearing and superb sense of smell. They patrol with their warm and moist snouts, only a few millimeters from the soil, calibrated for the faintest aroma. These special forces can smell their prey from a distance of 11 meters above ground or 4 centimeters underground. The vomeronasal organ on their palate works in conjunction with their nose to detect more smells. That's paying off well for this soldier. His patrol has uncovered a small dead bird. The hedgehog can eat about 70 grams of food every night, which is more than 10% of his body weight. When the sun goes down, these special forces begin their patrol. In fact, they sleep for most of the day, either in their bunkers or tucked in a tight defensive ball. This little fellow is out to make love, not war. He's scouting for a mate in the dead of night. His range might span 20 hectares or more, and he'll sniff every centimeter to find her. Smells are picked up by their long snout with a large, moist tip called rhinarium. The smell is transported to the well-developed olfactory lobes at the front side of his brain. Compared to humans, hedgehogs are sense of smell geniuses. Our olfactory bulb makes up only 1% of our brain, while the hedgehog's makes up almost 10%. Thanks to these adaptations, they smell at a distance. And there she is, waking up in her burrow. Her range overlaps the male's. She's heading out to forage. She can patrol up to 2 kilometers in a single night. Driven by the urge to mate, the male won't give up until he completes his mission. Their encounter is inevitable, not just because of proximity, but because of scent. Both Special Forces agents are outfitted with scent glands. The male is about to deploy strong-smelling urine as a courtship pheromone. Once they meet, the hedgehog roundabout begins. He'll circle for hours, depositing a urine-like substance that keeps her in the courtship area. He'll mate with her several times to be sure he accomplishes his reproductive goal. Mission accomplished. When they're done, these tiny trackers will return to their solitary lifestyles. Leaving the woods of Europe, we track our next Special Forces patrol expert to the Great White North. Here in Canada's snow-covered forests, we search for a hunter who's swift and silent, and practically all-seeing. In these thick woodlands, the target of our quest has probably spotted us first. And when night falls, our hunter is truly in her element. Nature has bestowed the great gray owl with some of the sharpest vision in the animal kingdom. Her wide front-facing eyes give her broad, binocular vision and enviable depth perception for patrolling. But like most birds, she can't move her eyeballs, so instead, she turns her whole head. With a neck like a turret, she can rotate her head an astonishing 270 degrees. Though her eyes are her main patrol tool, her mission begins with her ears. Her hearing is so acute, she can hear a beetle at 30 meters, or a mouse squeak almost a kilometer away. Sound, then vision. Target locked and never out of her sight. Deep snow shields this lemming from an owl attack, but it better not get too confident. The surface offers no place to hide from the Special Forces. The owl's fringed feathers let her fly and glide in absolute silence. Her eyes, like a hyena's, have a tapetum lucidum, boosting her night vision. gets what she came for and carries it to her perch. Field of vision for an owl is about 110 degrees, with about 70 degrees of overlap for seeing 3D. This is much lower than even our own field of vision, but the owl's large eyes, which comprise up to 5% of their body weight, are more efficient, especially in low light. Their eyeballs are actually cylinder-shaped, held firmly in the skull. The narrow field of vision is more than made up for when the owl rotates her head. Even though owls' eyes evolved for night patrol, their sensitive pupils allow them to see well in daylight too. One thing that owls don't see well is color. Instead, these special forces focus on motion. Sometimes patrolling is a day and night affair. As a mother owl provides for her chick, the mother might eat as many as 7 small rodents a day. And she'll need more to satisfy her little one. When she spies a chipmunk, her mission is clear. Though not for the chipmunk. Like a stealth bomber, she swoops in before he can even react. The owlet waits patiently till she brings the food to him, watching and learning. Despite their highly evolved vision and stealth, only about half their owlets grow to be special forces like their parents. Which only goes to show, in nature, as in everything, having the right tools for the job is not enough. It also takes talent. Our next nominee for Special Forces Patrol can fit in a teacup, but is a lethal assassin nonetheless. From the cold North American forests, we fly halfway around the world to a hot zone. The rainforests of Australia, a hotbed of predators that come in all sizes.